Standing at over 7 feet tall, Kel'el Ware is not your typical big man.
As well. His pass right there. Ware in the lane, coming through.
With the ability to block shots and splash three-pointers, he's a fascinating mix of old-school rim protector and modern stretch five. Funny enough, Ware initially dabbled into football as a kid and only committed to basketball after realizing he could dunk without much effort. Pretty wild, right? That being said, let's explore Ware's basketball journey, starting from high school stardom to NBA potential, and assess just how good he truly is. Ware's basketball roots lie in the basketball hotbed of North Little Rock High School, Arkansas.
I'm 7 foot, so I just try to be able to score in the post, block shots, get rebounds, the center job.
Here, Ware quickly stood out, not just because of his height, but also due to his skill set. He wasn't just blocking shots, he was dunking on people, hitting jumpers, and even developing a decent passing game. He led North Little Rock to consecutive state championships, cementing himself as one of the best high school prospects in the country. During his senior year, Ware averaged 21 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 blocks per game. Scouts raved about his mobility and versatility, noting that Ware had a ceiling as high as the NBA stars he looked up to.
Been locked in and played at a level, real high level, and sustained that. And he was a difference maker on both ends of the floor. And from that point on, I thought we became the best team in the state.
But there was one knock on him. He didn't always seem locked in. On nights when he wasn't motivated, his numbers and energy dipped noticeably. However, when Ware was in the zone, it was hard to find a high school player who could dominate both ends of the floor like he did. His performances earned him McDonald's All-American honors, a prestigious nod that confirmed Ware's potential to be an impact player at the college level. After high school, Ware committed to the University of Oregon as part of their 2022 recruiting class. Fans and analysts expected Ware to become a centerpiece in the Ducks' offense, but things didn't pan out that way. During his lone season at Oregon, he averaged 6.6 points, 4.1 rebounds, and 1.3 blocks per game. This was solid, but far below expectations for a 5-star recruit. Ware's struggles with consistency, effort, and adjusting to college defenses became apparent early on.
What's the transition been like for you? You played at a high school level where you're an All-American, and now at college. Just what's the transition been like for you?
I wouldn't say the transition has been hard, but I wouldn't say that it's been easy either. Just being like coming in, going against Foley at practice. He's stronger than me, so just having to get in that weight room and get stronger. It was really just physical and just getting stronger to be able to bump up against other players on the court and just stand your ground. So
critics started to wonder if the hype around Ware had been overblown. Was he just another athletic player who didn't quite love the grind of the sport? Oregon's inconsistent season certainly didn't help his cause, as the team struggled to build chemistry. In search of a fresh start, Ware entered the transfer portal and found a new home at Indiana. And that's where the turnaround began.
And Kel'el Ware. 3 won't go, but there's Ware, and Ware falls over, gets it.
At Indiana, Ware embraced a bigger role, becoming more assertive on offense and a reliable defensive presence. He boosted his averages to 15.9 points, 9.9 rebounds, and 1.9 blocks per game, showing off his full skill set. His three-point shooting took a noticeable leap too. He shot over 42% from deep, proving that he could be a legitimate stretch 5 threat. Despite the ups and downs of his college career, NBA scouts couldn't ignore Ware's potential. The Miami Heat selected him with the 15th overall pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, seeing him as a developmental project with massive upside. If there's one franchise known for squeezing every ounce of potential out of its players, it's Miami. The Heat had plans to mold Ware into a backup center behind Bam Adebayo and eventually give him the opportunity to grow into more significant minutes. When Ware walked across the stage on draft night, you could see the excitement in his eyes. This was his shot to prove everyone wrong and show that he could excel at the highest level. But as every NBA rookie knows, the transition from college to the pros is no joke. Ware wasted no time making an impression during the NBA Summer League, averaging 18.3 points, 8.4 rebounds, and 1.9 blocks per game. He even hit a couple of clutch threes that had fans buzzing about his potential. His impressive performances even earned him a spot on the NBA 2K25 Summer League first team. But Summer League success doesn't always translate to the regular season, and Ware quickly learned that the NBA was a whole different beast. During the preseason, he showed flashes of brilliance, like a 13-point, 4-block game against Atlanta, but also struggled with consistency. His free throw shooting, which was hovering around 63%, became a liability, and there were moments when his energy on the court waned. The Heat coaching staff, however, remained optimistic. Head coach Erik Spoelstra praised Ware's versatility, noting that his ability to protect the rim and stretch the floor was rare for a player his size. Miami experimented with Ware in a few different lineups, sometimes even playing him alongside Bam Adebayo to see how the two could complement each other. While Ware shows flashes of brilliance, several weaknesses hold him back from being a consistent force. One of the biggest concerns is his inconsistency. He can dominate in one game and then seem entirely disconnected in the next, which frustrates coaches and fans alike. Critics have pointed out that his motor, basically how hard he plays at all times, isn't where it should be for someone with his athletic gifts. Some nights, it looks like he's waiting for the game to come to him instead of imposing his will on the floor. Another area where Ware struggles is with physicality. At 7'1" and roughly 210 pounds, he's still figuring out how to handle the sheer force of NBA bigs. He tends to get pushed around in the paint by bulkier centers like Steven Adams and Jonas Valanciunas. Ware will need to hit the weight room if he wants to bang bodies in the post with the league's toughest guys. His free throw shooting is another area that needs work, as he currently shoots around 63% from the stripe. In close games, poor free throw shooting could limit his minutes, especially if teams start employing the dreaded hack-a-Ware strategy. Finally, while Ware has shown potential as a shooter, his shot selection isn't always the best. He sometimes settles for long jumpers instead of using his size advantage in the paint. Improving his basketball IQ and shot discipline will be key to unlocking his full potential. At 7'1", Ware stands shoulder to shoulder with several NBA legends, including Tim Duncan, David Robinson, and Hakeem Olajuwon. But how does he stack up skill-wise? Well, it's too early to put him on the same pedestal, but there are a few similarities and key differences. In terms of defense, Ware shows shades of David Robinson, both being mobile big men who excel at shot blocking. However, Robinson had a more aggressive mentality on both ends, while Ware is still figuring out how to consistently bring that same energy. Offensively, Ware has the potential to be a modern version of Duncan, who thrived as both a low post threat and a mid-range shooter. The difference is that Duncan was incredibly disciplined from day one, while Ware's inconsistency limits his impact. Then there's Hakeem Olajuwon, known for his dream shake footwork and offensive creativity. Ware isn't nearly as polished, but his flashes of finesse around the rim suggest that with the right development, he could become a player in that mold. The modern comparison that fits Ware better might be Kristaps Porzingis. Both are 7-footers who can stretch the floor but struggle with physicality and consistency. Porzingis had to go through similar growing pains in his early years, and Ware will need to show that same determination to improve if he hopes to reach his ceiling. Statistically, Ware's rookie season has been a mixed bag. He's averaging 7.8 points, 5.2 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks per game off the bench, with occasional outbursts where he shows just how dominant he can be. His three-point percentage has dipped to around 35%, which is still respectable for a rookie big man. On the defensive end, he's proven to be a solid rim protector, ranking in the top 15 among rookies in blocked shots. However, consistency remains his biggest challenge. There are games where Ware looks like a future star, and then there are nights where he barely makes an impact. The Heat coaching staff has emphasized the importance of maintaining focus and energy every game, knowing that Ware's development will depend on his ability to bring it every night. So, where does Ware go from here? The good news is that he's still incredibly young and has plenty of time to develop. Miami's player development program is one of the best in the league, and they've already started working on improving Ware's footwork, conditioning, and free throw shooting. If Ware continues to put in the work, he could become a starting caliber center, or even a star, in just a few years. But the flip side is that if Ware doesn't fully commit to the process, he risks becoming just another talented player who never reached his potential. Miami has seen its share of promising young talent come and go, and Ware will need to prove that he belongs with the best in the league. It's still too early to say exactly how good Kel'el Ware will become, but there's no denying his potential. For now, the safest answer is that Ware is a work in progress. He has all the tools to be a valuable piece for the Heat, but it will take time, patience, and plenty of hard work to unlock his full potential. Miami is betting that they can bring the best out of him, and if they do, Ware might just be one of the steals of the 2024 draft. But that's just my opinion. Head to the comments and tell us what you think about Kel'el Ware. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome NBA content.